Like, girls who love dewy looks, all in it for you, but like I love a more matte look. And it was $7 for this whole thing. And there's how many milliliters in here? 200? 120. Okay. I not a good guesser. She's barely winging. Hey, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a project pan where I'm going to show you what products I'm trying to finish up. Makeup, not much skincare, a little bit of it. Perfumes as well. Kind of also some miscellaneous, including a nail oil. We'll just have to get into the video to see what I'm trying to finish up in my project pan. So I have done one of these videos before, but I never continued it on. I'd love to see this one continue, but there's no guarantee of it. Let's be so for real. I'm a college student, and we know college students don't have a lot of time for other stuff, but I wanted at least to like start it off. Because I know it's a trend now, basically, to do project pans and to underconsume, which I'm such a fan of. And I've been doing a pretty good job recently on not buying any products I don't need, which is really great. I'm not overstuffing my collection. So let me just get into what products I am trying to pan. All right, so now that I've organized my products into different categories, let's go ahead and start with makeup, because I know a lot of people want to pan stuff in their makeup collection. And I do as well. So let me show you what I've been applying a lot recently to hopefully start and pan the product. First, we're going to start with complexion, which is going to be these 3 products. I will say out of the 3, this is probably the one I'm using the most. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow in shade 1. Fair, lightest shade, yet it's still too yellow for me. So in the summer it fits really well. In the winter she is very yellow. I believe she's to about right here, which is about 2/3. So I'd really, or even maybe a little lower, I'd really love to see her get done by the end of the school year. I'm hoping that's like the most practical option. I also am using my Say foundation a bunch, but I'm not including that in my project pan because I'm really trying to use this through. I really like that Say one, and I want to kind of extend the life of it. It's a higher quality product, and until I can get rid of this, keep that Say one like as a back burner and not try to project pan it just yet. But I do really like the way this looks on my skin in the summer. I gotta start using this more than the Say, because I don't know, I've gotten addicted to this Say foundation. Alright, next is the First Aid Beauty Weightless Liquid Mineral Sunscreen with Zinc Oxide. This one is a little like grayish tone on my skin, but in the summer, again, it was pretty close of a match. But now that I've not been in the sun as much, dark on my skin tone, but I think I can work around it. Based on weight, it's pretty light. I'm gonna guess around here somewhere, so halfway or hopefully less. If I shake it, you can hear that there's a lot of air. Next, we have this Milani Soft Focus Glow. This is in the shade 01 Nude Glow. Not the biggest fan of this. It's separating a bunch and leaking also. So I'm just trying to use her up. There's this much of her left, but if you can tell by the shape of the bottle, you can see that it's still a lot of product. So I'm gonna try to use the 3 in conjunction, but I do worry it's going to start pilling, but I haven't even tried it, so I'm definitely going to start trying that since I am trying to pan all of these. Those are all my fully complexion-based products. Next, let's go on to my bronzers. Starting with the cream bronzer, we have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour. This is, I think, in the shade Maple, the maple one. Call Me Maple, which is a pretty dark shade, but I would say it works decently well on my complexion. It's probably still a little too dark. Next time I should go for a lighter one, but it's definitely more of a bronzer, not a contour. I don't even have a contour in my makeup kit right now. As you can tell, the lid has gone through it. Yeah, she's foggy, but she's also cracked up all the way. She doesn't even fit right. That's all the product I have left. You can already see like the white cap popping out, and I am using this every day because I do makeup every day. So I'm using this every day. I don't know if it's quicker to use up when I'm applying directly to my face or whether I use a brush. So I'm using a little bit of both methods, but I think the brush is just what's easier for me. And then we have the powder bronzer. This is the NARS Laguna bronzer. This is actually kind of dark, and it came in like a birthday kit or something. But I have been using her up. You probably cannot tell, but there's quite a bit of a dent in her. I don't know how long this is going to take to finish up, but I already know that this barely fits my tone anymore. Like, I'm excessively bronzed right now, and the shade difference between my hand and my face in fluorescent lighting is pretty bad. I don't know how bad it is out in natural lighting, but with this warm light, it doesn't look that different, which is good, I guess. But I'm working through her. I do have a different one lined up. That's a huge pan from Morphe. And once that shade starts getting like muddy and really dark in my skin tone, I'm gonna switch to this one. But this one's super big, which is why I didn't want to like put this in my project pan yet, because I've used her maybe 20-40 times. I don't know. This is definitely going to come in handy during the winter months, because I'm going to need her during the winter months. You can see the rest of my project pan products. It's a really nice shade. I like the formula. Hopefully I can at least somewhat get to the pan on the NARS before I have to start using the Morphe one. And then for blush, my friend actually gave this to me. It's the Ciate London Dewy Blush. It's in the shade Coconut, which is kind of funny. It's a glossy cheek tint, and I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing most of those products right now, and she's definitely a tint and not a full blush. Let me show you. She comes out really dark, right? Like she says, she's a cheek tint. She's not too there, right? Still really pretty. But I'm trying to use her up because I have a Tarte blush that I want to use. So yeah, I do have backups of products, which is good, but I'm also just, oh, this is not Tarte. This is Stila. I don't know what I'm saying. I do have backups of products, which is good because I'm trying to use them all up. But yeah, here's the shade. I would argue that they're pretty similar shades, the liquid and the cream. This is the Stila Convertible Color Dual Lip and Cheek Cream in the shade Magnolia. I really like it. I personally think it fits my skin tone, but I also think a orangish peach shade fits my skin tone as well. Then we have a mini hourglass ambient lighting blush. This is in the shade Luminous Flush, and I got this a few years ago, and I don't need to be using like excessively expired products, so I really put it on me to try my best to finish this like when I can. She's gotten a lot flatter, but I've heard that hourglass products last forever. So she's on right now. It's pretty pink. It also has like a highlighter in it, even though I put highlighter on top. I'm going to try to finish her up, hopefully also before this school year ends, but I would love if it was before that. Next, we have the Sephora Clean, some sort of liquid highlighter. Clean Glowing Multi-Stick. So it's basically a highlighter. It's in shade 02 Supernova, and this is what she looks like. I rolled her all the way down yesterday just to see how much progress I had on her, but she rolls up really slowly. I'm also decently close to being done with her, as you can tell. I mean, it still looks like a lot of product, which it is, but what I like to do is I just rub my blush brush all over it, and then I feel like that really kills a lot of the product really quickly. She's super dewy. Like, girls who love dewy looks, all in it for you, but like I love a more matte look. It's really not too practical of a product except on light makeup days, so I may just save it for then. Alright, and for the last face makeup product, because I have like lip products that I'm trying to get through. Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. Holy cow, I cannot speak. I'm trying to flatten her down. You can see how much is left. This comes with 65 grams of product, which is a huge amount for makeup. But yeah, I've made really good progress on her in the past probably just about a year. Trying to get this finished hopefully before the school year ends. I've been using a lot of powder, so I don't know how she's not gone already, but then I want to use my Laura Mercier powder. It's smaller. I have a bunch of smaller powders too. I actually have these 4 e.l.f. No Budge shadow sticks. Yeah, I have a bunch of different colors. This is blue. I actually really like putting this as winged liner and maybe even a little inner corner when I'm wearing blue, or like for a fun event. She's not actually in my project pan because I haven't used any of her, but she's really pretty. These two are the main ones in my project pan, but I also just want to get through them because I have powders that, let's be honest, don't crease as much and actually stay on my eyelids way more than these do. So the one I'm mostly down on is this one. It's the Mint Melt in the shade Ice Creamy. Cream with an E at the end. So she's actually a really pretty shadow stick. I think I have her on right now, but she likes creases in my eyelid. Put her on right now, but I know she's gonna crease before I even go to the event that I have tonight. She's cute and all, and I wear her very often, and she's almost done too, as you saw, but I am kind of ready for her to be done for sure. And then I have these two browns. I like brown for the most part. Sometimes it's just not the vibe. Sometimes this shade specifically, Bronze Metal, is a little too brown and bronze. This is significantly a lot more eyeshadow stick than the other one, but I feel like for this one I could make it more of a wing product. She's barely winging, but if I sharpen her, it'll be a lot better. If I start dedicating my winged liner to this, I'm sure I could run through it real quick because I'd have to sharpen it every week or so. But currently on the Tom Ford one that I'm reviewing for Influencer. This last one I have is in Perfect Pearl. It's like an inner corner highlight. It's adorable. And it also sometimes goes on my nose. Like yesterday, I was just experimenting with the products. She is really pretty on the inner corners, but then like I said, sometimes it gets creased and I don't use much of her at a time. If I started putting her on my eyelid and then maybe topping that with a powder, maybe that would fit better. They are budgeable shadow sticks. They're not no budge in my experience. All right, now time for the lip products that I have. So we're gonna start with the fancy ones. This is Dragon Beauty's Lip Job Liner in the shade 10cc. But this is a very, I would say, nude shade. Like more nude than any other lip liner I've ever had. I will say she's a little hard to get onto my lips. Sometimes she's like rough, right? Like she's not creamy. She's the opposite of creamy. I want to get her down enough to where she can fit in my little makeup caboodle, which is another like third of an inch. So I just have been using this a bunch. Recently, specifically, she's been pretty good. But like I said, sometimes it actually hurts just putting it on my lips. The lip combo I have on right now, you can't really tell anymore what it looks like just because I've been yapping so much. But this is the lip liner I put on. You let me know what you think. I probably am gonna sharpen this really soon because it's almost getting rough at the top. Other part to the lip combo, which is also in my project pan, is this Fenty gloss in Heat. The Heat gloss in the shade Fenty Glow Heat or 03. I don't actually know. Yeah, I think it's called Fenty Glow Heat. It goes really well with that nude because this is also like a warmer nude, but I promise she looks so good in person when like freshly done. And I've had this product for a few too many years and got that much through it like last year. Can you see it? And I got like that much through it last year. So she's just under halfway full. I'd love to see her done by the end of the year, but I know that's kind of some high expectations because that would mean using this several times a day, which I probably could do, let's be so for real. That just means I have to stick to one lip combo, which can kind of be boring. And then I still have all of these lip products. These are more like lip care, and these are fancy like makeup lip products. Next up, I have this lip gloss. It's from a Neiman Marcus set, and it's just under like halfway done. Just over halfway done. I'm just gonna like use this as a glowy topper to my combos. She doesn't do that much except shimmer a little bit, but kind of looks a little patchy. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Next we have the Milani. What is this? It's this like funny shaped one, or the funny textured one, which is actually really nice, in the shade 130 Lingerie. If I roll her down, that's how far I have gone with her, and I've probably had her for 2 years now. So I'm also trying to use this as a lip combo. I would say I finished at least 1/3 of the product, and she's just pretty pink to my liking. But when I mix it with like a nude gloss, which I'm pretty sure this was a consistent lip combo of mine last year, she looks really good. I really like the way she looks when I make sure I have a good lip combo. Since that's a lipstick, it has a longer life, so I hope to get that one done before the end of my sophomore year of college, but we'll see. And then last for the makeup-ish lip products is this CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy gloss in the shade Having a Good Time. So as you can tell, she's just over halfway full again. But also consider like a good chunk of that is used by the applicator itself. There's only 10 milliliters in here, whereas in this one there's 9. And they're so differently like sized. Actually, not even. This one's a really light one. I've had her for maybe just over a year now. Really light, really absorbent into the lips. I'm just not the biggest fan of this pink. Luckily, the color doesn't translate that much, but she is just a product I'm trying to get through. I like it, but next time I'm probably going to get the clear gloss, if anything. All right, 3 more lip products. We got the Dr. Paw Paw Original Balm Multi-Purpose Soothing. This is not that bad. The only thing about this, it expires in 2026. I don't know what happened to the top of the applicator, but it got rough, so now it actually hurts to put on my lips. But in terms of its like soothing ability, I would say it's like a normal lip balm. I would definitely pick the Kopari over it just because I guess the Kopari is the lip gloss, so it's not as fair. I'm not the biggest fan of like the scent or the feel of this product. I think it does its job well, but I think there's most definitely better products on the market. This I most definitely want to get done by winter breakish time. Just want to keep her everywhere, keep putting her on. And that's currently what I do with my Kopari lip gloss, which I don't know where she is. Honestly, I haven't even been using this product that much recently, which is, I guess, why I'm putting it in my project pan, but this is the AMNH 24K Gold, 24 karat gold lip plumping mask. Doesn't really plump. It has a little bit of that eucalyptus mint-ish to it, but she is very gold and there's some stars in there. So I would just like to see myself use this a few times a week just to get some progress. But I guess where she settles most is like right here. I have not used that much product. I don't know what has happened. I've used this actually a handful of times, like I think less than 5 times. And then lastly, we have the Innisfree Lip Sleeping Mask with Canola Honey. This one smells pretty good. It smells like Manuka honey to me. I don't know why. But she also has a pretty good sized dent in her. It's so hard trying to balance the lighting. But the reason I'm trying to use this up is because I have another lip mask, the Laneige one, that I'm trying to get to because I bought like a few full-size lip masks and I'm trying to get through them before they expire. This one expires literally in 12 days, but I will be using her past that mark because I opened her late and like in my personal experience, I don't think it's going to harm me that much. If I notice it starting to like irritate or anything like that, that's just going to go into my empties right away. I'm going to keep using her until she's used up, hopefully. Alright, now onto the skincare portion, which is going to be the shortest portion, I think. We have the Inculist Tranexamic Acid Serum. The top of the stopper is right here, so it's like an airless pump. The top of the pump is right where my nail is, so there's still that much product left. The only reason I'm having trouble finishing this one up is just because I'm trying to like make sure my skin's barrier is doing good. I was using this every night for probably a few weeks, and I could tell my skin wasn't really liking it, so now I'm trying to do like once every 3 days or something like that. And then I have other products that like do the same thing, like the Ordinary's azelaic acid. I love that stuff so much. So yeah, I know I've had this one for a while and it says 6 months on it, so I'm just kind of trying to get through her. For the last product of the skincare portion, we have the CosRX Propolis Honey Overnight Mask, and this one is technically expired, but I don't really care how much overnight. Anyways, she's kind of sticky. She's an overnight mask. She's much more sticky than the rice overnight mask. But I'm mixing this with my current moisturizer, which is the Dr. Jart Ceramide Cream. Again, I have more overnight masks that I'm trying to get to. So that's kind of what my skincare portion is going to be about. It's going to be, I have this product, I'm trying to finish it because I'm trying to get to the next product. I like it so far, but you'll get my full review in the empties video. Alright, and for the last portion of the video, we have my fragrances, which includes this one, and then my miscellaneous, which is literally just nail oil. So let me quickly go over my nail oil. This is the Blossom Scented Cuticle Oil in Lavender. The only thing with this is I just can't get myself to use a nail oil every night. I don't know why. I just need to make it part of my routine. So like after I put my skincare on, then I put it on. I just have to put it in a place to where I see it every day to where I use it. That's a big issue of mine, is if I don't see it readily, I'm not going to use it. So yeah, I'm just trying to get to use it every night. I would like to say there's quite a bit missing, but not really. I kind of hope to get this done by the end of the school year, but we'll see. I'll try to use it every night as much as I can. But I feel like it does make my cuticles look nicer. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm like messing with my nails less, but I feel like it hydrates them better. And I also want to buy cuticle oil off from a small business, so I'm trying to finish this up so I have a reason to want to buy that one. And then in terms of fragrances, I have these 3, like I said. Firstly, I'm going to go through this one. This is the Alien by Mugler 60 milliliter. Basically, we're like, probably I'm going to count that as a third just because I know it gets wider down here a third of the bottle is used up. I'm comboing it with my Jimmy Choo, and I've gotten a lot of compliments, so maybe it's one or just the other, but I also know I really like the Jimmy Choo. This is a vanilla scent, and I have another one at home, so I am trying to use her up. I do have quite the collection of perfumes I'm trying to get through. I also have one more behind my camera that is huge and that I'd like to start soon, at least. So I'm trying to finish several of my perfumes before I even open and start to actively use that one. But I really like the scent of the Mugler one. And then technically I have this one too that I'd like to use up, but I don't even use her yet. And she also kind of smells a little weird, so I might just take her back home and see if anyone else wants her. I didn't buy her, someone else did. Anyways, here is my Jimmy Choo I Want You perfume. This is the 2 fluid ounce 60 milliliter. This one smells so good. I haven't had her for the longest time, maybe 2 years, but my mom always compliments me when I put it on, so maybe I'll wear this to my special event tomorrow night. But I just feel like some of these perfumes just don't last on my skin or even on my clothes or anything. It's just, it just goes away. I like the combo. Other people like the combo. And then last, for the entire video, hopefully, Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush Cheirosa 62. Really good scent, pistachio and salted caramel. I really like her, and I found the Mimic body oil and hair oil, and even the cap itself, or the squeezer, it has absorbed so much of the fragrance that it smells amazing. And it was $7 for this whole thing. And there's how many milliliters in here? 200? 120. Okay. Not a good guesser, but that's okay. Not much of her left. I really like putting this one in my hair. Whenever I do one of these, people get a whiff. I haven't gotten complimented on the combo yet. That's okay. I don't need to get compliments. I like the scent itself, but I want to try something kind of new because I've had this scent a few times in the past. But yeah, after all that ranting, we are done. I'm gonna go have a campfire, and I'll see y'all in the next one. But seriously, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up down below. Subscribe to see more content like this, and hit the post notification bell to get notified when I upload. Comment down below any other videos you'd like to see from me. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one.